Hey there, it's Vanessa here on a mission to help you uncover who you really are, uncover what you really want, and have the courage and the confidence to go on after it. And I'm talking to you guys today about a very interesting topic. Well, I believe it's really interesting when I sort of made this discovery about really what depression is. And I'm not talking about any chemical imbalances here. I'm actually talking about situational depression. You know, there's times in our life where we're not happy with our circumstances, and I've been there. There's a big part of my journey was in a period of my life where I actually transitioned out of my job. At the same time, I lost my very best girlfriend, and at the same time, I broke up from a relationship of 4.5 years. And at the same time, I had to move home to my family. So I'd been living this, very independent lifestyle. I didn't have anywhere to go at that point. I had to move back home, and I decided to go back to uni. So all of those things happened all at once, and it was a huge transition, losing your best friend, your partner of 4.5 years, your home that you've had for 4 years, and you've lost your job. You're transitioning out of that, and you're going back to be a student, and you're moving back home with your parents. Now, it was definitely a period of time where I had what I refer to as situational depression. Now, what that really means is we're not happy with our circumstances and we get really depressed. And what my definition of that situational depression is, it's when we can't see a compelling future for ourselves. So I want you to think about that, and I want you to really uncover, is there something in your life that you're just not happy about? Maybe you feel like you've got depression and you're uncertain about whether that is a real chemical imbalance, or ultimately it's actually because you're not happy with your circumstances and you're not doing anything that helps you progress. And I'm a big believer also that the definition of happiness is us having a sense of progress in our lives. And when we don't see a compelling future, we're sitting in that situational depression. That's when we don't have anything that we're moving forward towards. We don't have any way of feeling like we're progressing in our lives, and it just sort of manifests into this horrible cycle until we're able to break through and find something in our future. So my challenge to you guys is, and let me just say hi to Phil and Gerardo and Shane. Awesome, so awesome. It's so great to have you guys on live. I really appreciate this because it juices me up. I love seeing you guys jump on, and thanks for all the love hearts. I love that too. And so my challenge to you guys is, what is your vision? And I know we've all heard about the concept of having a vision, and we know we should have one, but I'm talking about a real vision, not just something made up, but something that really gets into your soul. What is that thing that juices you? If you could really create that in your future, what would it be? Would it be that amazing relationship that you have that's just better than anything you've experienced before? Is it having financial freedom, never having to rely on anybody in your life or be a burden and be able to do whatever you want? Is it traveling the world and visiting all the different cultures and everything like that? Is it contributing? Is it contributing your gifts and making a real difference in the lives of others? Ultimately, you really need to get in alignment with what those things are. But most of us, we don't even question that. We don't even check in with ourselves to uncover who we really are, what we really want, and then generate that confidence and that belief that we can have it and go after it. And that's ultimately where life begins. So if you don't know who you are, you don't know what you want, and you don't feel a sense of confidence and self-belief to go on after it, life has not begun. So that's been my journey, and I really have felt into that. Leonie, nice to have you back. I love that I'm getting all these connections from all around the world, from Europe, and thanks so much for joining, Tony. Great to have you here. It's just, I love getting on here. If you guys have any questions, is there something in your life that you're struggling with right now? Do you feel stuck in an area and you're really needing a breakthrough? Shane, I get you. Yes, I do, but dealing with it okay only gets me down for a bit, then I stand tall again. Awesome. And that's being human, right? We're not always on top of the world, high energy and positive, and I love to be. Thanks so much for joining, Amy. But at the end of the day, we have to give ourselves a break, because yes, we can own our state, our emotional state, and choose what we want that to be, and really have intention about how we show up in the world. But ultimately, we also need to give ourselves a break and cut ourselves some slack. And some days we're going to have those down days. We're going to have those days where we don't really want to get out and do anything much, and we don't really feel that much energy, and that's okay. And that's actually, when we get to a point of self-acceptance that we can have those days too, then that's actually when we can generate a lot more positivity, real authenticity in our lives. So I love that. And so do you still need meds, Sean? Well, I'm definitely not a doctor, so maybe check with whoever's giving you those meds. But what I would say is to definitely check in with yourself and see whether, if you have experienced that depression, or you feel like you are, I want you to check in with yourself and see how much does your current reality of the world, everything, the current results that you have in the world, how is that in alignment or out of alignment with your ultimate blueprint of how you would love your life to be. And you won't know that until you get clear on what that vision looks like in each of your different areas in life. Awesome to have you, Aaron. Great to have you live here. And yeah, guys, send me any questions through the comments now. I'd absolutely love to engage with you. I did have a question from Saeed yesterday. Hi, Rahul. Thank you. I'm great. And I got cut off. The internet cut off slightly at the end, and so I didn't get a chance to answer it. So if I remember back, it was a question around confidence and decision making. And confidence, wow, do I love to help you explore that area. And the decision making, when we don't have that confidence within ourselves to make a decision, ultimately it's because we're not actually knowing, we're not clear, we don't have the clarity over what our ultimate values are. And that is what is the filtering process. I spoke to an amazing woman this morning, actually, and she was just so overwhelmed with the different opportunities and information that were coming her way. Thanks so much for joining, Jamie. And she was so overwhelmed, and I was saying to her, there's so much information out there. You can get your hands on any piece of information that you want. I love Google. But ultimately, we get so overwhelmed, and that prevents us from moving forward with confidence about our decisions. And so what my advice there is, and definitely been my experience and with many people that I've worked with, is that the clearer you get on your ultimate set of values, your top priorities in life, not what you think they should be, but actually what they truly are. And I really love Dr. Demartini's process of uncovering those values. So check him out, search Dr. John Demartini, go on his website. He's got a fabulous free tool for anybody who wants to get that clarity over their values. And it's an awesome tool. I'll link it later on when I get off this live. I love his work. Make sure that you get on that. And anyway, once you get clear on those values, you have finally this awesome filtering process. So you can filter all of that new information that's coming your way. You can filter through your decisions, whatever decision you're faced with, you can filter it through. Is it in alignment with my top values here? And if it's not, chuck it out. Don't waste your time on it. If it is, go for it. And that's how you generate that self-belief and that confidence to make a good decision. And definitely get advice from people as well, people that you trust. Don't just go to everybody, because it's just more information that makes you overwhelmed. So, find people who have got a result that you're after and ask them if that's something that's aligned with that decision. And yeah, so good to see you, Jayathika and Raul and Jamie. Yeah, it's awesome to have you guys here. And Gulshan, thank you so much. And yeah, any questions that you have, guys, I'd love to answer them right now for you. Nice to have you here, Vicky. Thanks for joining. Yeah, it's just a pleasure. It's difficult to be instead of to do. That is a big one, Leonie. That is such a great one, because and it's one that I have to constantly remind myself of. Actually, you've just reminded me that I haven't done my meditation today because I'm so in love with what I'm doing at the moment. Hi Judy, thanks for joining. And I absolutely love what I'm doing, so I can get really in action and I just want to go, go, go. My mind's been going crazy lately because there's just so many amazing ideas that I want to take action on. But the real challenge comes when you slow down and just be. And I find myself, even sometimes with my meditations, I'm not focused, my mind's going crazy, and I have to take some deep breaths and be, and you have to be in that moment, because if you don't, life starts passing you by. Like the whole day's gone, then the week's gone, then the month's gone, then it's the end of the year, and you haven't stopped to smell the roses, you haven't stopped to really enjoy the journey. And that's where what life is really all about. So I appreciate that comment, Leonie. Thank you so much. And George, nice to have you. And also Rani, thank you so much for being here. And Justina, yay! I'm so awesome to have you here. I've just had a ball talking with you guys. Shoot me, you know, I'm here for as long as you guys want me here. So Mario, awesome to have you. And yeah, if you have any sort of questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. You know, I've been getting some great messages from you guys that really warm my heart. So awesome to have you here, Lizzie. It's just such my pleasure to jump on these Facebook Lives, and thank you guys all for making it happen, because if you guys weren't there, like, who am I talking to? And so I really appreciate all of you being here. And hi, Aminette. Did I say your name right? I hope so. Yeah, so I hope that that message has been of value. I've been talking about situational depression and how we can often think that we're depressed because the current circumstances and the current results that we have, they're not in alignment with what we ultimately want in our lives. And sometimes that comes because we're not clear on our vision. We don't know what it is that we want. We don't know who it is that we are, and therefore we don't have any sort of compelling future that we're working towards and progressing towards. So ultimately, you know, get clarity over what's going on in your life, what results are you not happy with, and get clear on what you want. So what is it that you want to experience in your relationships? What is it that you want to experience in your health? What is it that you want to experience in your finances, your career, your mission? And, you know, get really clear on that. Where do you want to, how much do you want to travel? You know, let yourself get seriously excited, pumped and juiced for a compelling future that you can create. But you're never going to get there if you don't first identify where that is, and then know and own up to exactly where you are in your life right now, and close the gap. You know, that would be the best advice I could give you there. And Cumby, thank you so much for joining as well. And yeah, I'd love for you guys, I'd love to connect in any way possible to help you break through to that next level, to help you get more clear on who you are, on what you want, and step up with confidence and courage to create the life of your dreams. So make sure, thank you Leonie, I appreciate that. And make sure that, thank you again Shane, and make sure that you definitely jump on a 15-minute power session with me where I'm going to help break through with you on that current challenge that's really holding you up, that's really keeping you stuck, because ultimately that is why I do what I do. I love to help people break through and really start living the life that they were born to live. No more holding back, no more playing small, no more doubting yourself. It's time to move forward and start living your life. So I absolutely love having all of you guys here. If you don't have any more questions, comments that you'd like some feedback on right now, I'll give you a couple of secs there. But if not, it has been absolutely my pleasure to connect with you all again today, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. If you have any ideas on some topics that you would love to hear discussed, then yeah, I'd absolutely love to hear from you. So thank you so much, everybody who's joined. It's been, yeah, so wonderful, and yeah, I've loved it. And also, I can see, George, you've just shared my video. I absolutely love that. Thank you so much, because all I want to do is get a message out of positivity, of inspiration, and if I can touch one person's life, that makes my life worthwhile. So I appreciate that so much, and yeah, I totally agree with you, Shane. Let's all just do and live that happy life for sure. And thanks for joining, George. I hope you catch me tomorrow, because I'm about to take off, but it's been such a pleasure, and I can't wait to catch up with you guys tomorrow. And sending you all so much love, light, and gratitude, and I hope you have an awesome day wherever you are in the world. I'm down the beautiful coast. I don't know if you guys can hear the ocean in the background, but I'm feeling totally grateful, and so much gratitude. So love to you all, and I will see you tomorrow.